So, okay, usually when I do motivational speeches, especially at schools, because I realize how important this is at school. There's usually this example I give them, because I know it really works on students. I usually tell them is that it started early, but I started to practice this in my head to always look at what is it that makes me stand out in any given situation. Like, and I told them, like, honestly, now it comes automatically. Because the reason I tell them this is that as an immigrant, you move to Sweden, and guess what? For the rest of your life, when you live here, you will always be a minority. There's nothing you can do about it. You can cry about it. You can think it's unfair. But yes, as a black person in Sweden, you will always be a minority, or a black woman with a hijab, triple minority, right? Like there's facts. You know, always be facts. You can never undo that.
A black woman with a hijab.
3 strikes.
And actually, that's a bitter fact, by the way.
So, okay. So then what I've told myself, I always train my head. I walk into a room. The first thing I register is what makes me stand out here. And sometimes I walk into a room, I'm the only black person there. Other times I'm walking, I'm the only Swedish person in a room. Other times I'm walking, I'm the only African. Sometimes I walk in, I'm the shortest person in the room. Other times, so I always try to see what is it. Other times I walk into a room, I'm the only man there. So to me, I always pay attention to this thing. Why? Because the way the human mind works is that it's much easier to remember the person that stood out rather than the masses. So Moses, you walk into a room, into a meeting, there are 10 women and you're the only man. Guess what? When these women go home to their families today to sit down with their family, oh, how was your day today? Oh, I had this meeting. Oh, there was this one man there in this room full of women. You will be remembered no matter what, right? Or you walk into the room, oh, yeah, I had this meeting. Oh, there was this one black person there. Facts, you can't change it. So this is just the way the human mind works, right? Or in Uganda, you go into Makerere market, you will see one albino person. You will go home and you will talk about, hey, I saw an albino person today. Just facts. So when I think about this, I said, okay, I know now I will be remembered whether I was the guy with the wooden bicycle, they will remember me, or I was the only man there, or I was the only black person there. So the next thing for me to do is to give them something to remember me by.
Wow.
Either I make an action, because already they will talk about me. I know they will talk about me like, wow, there was this one guy there. He was, and then I say, okay, what impact did I leave there? Because I know I have a lot of friends. If they walk into a room and they are the only immigrant in there, it's an intimidating situation to be in. And I think we've all encountered it. You walk in like, oh, wow, I don't belong. But why? I love that situation. And I say, okay, if I'm the only immigrant in here, every person in here will remember me. So I need now to say something of value, or I need to do something of value, because I see it as representation. Because if I leave that room or that meeting and I left a good impact, so maybe if they had terrible experiences before with immigrants, if they leave there now and I left them with something positive, they say, okay, maybe I was wrong. This is my naive hope, at least, is that I impacted them enough to think, okay, I will talk about this person, but now I will talk about something positive because he left me something worthy of talking about.
Yeah, sure.
So I think this exercise really helps to be okay with the fact, because I don't know why this is, well, in a sense, of course, I know the word, the way the word looks like, it's an issue to be a minority. And I say that with all the respect because, again, I have a mother who lived here equally as long as me. She's smarter than me. She's more educated than me. She's, the amount of jobs she has applied for and never just given the opportunity, you can fill a whole box with it. So I know what reality looks like. So therefore, but I always taken those lessons to see, okay, what can I do that's going to blow their mind? They already will. So this, I usually tell kids in school about this because this is an exercise that have helped me to always like, hey, they will look at you, they will remember you. So when they leave there, at least they remember you by the right thing.